Alright, let's talk about a bombshell that just dropped in the world of NFL. Lamar Jackson, one of the most dynamic quarterbacks of his generation, is joining the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, you heard that right. Lamar Jackson, the 2019 MVP, the guy who made defenders look like they were standing still with his legs and who's constantly been on the edge of greatness with the Baltimore Ravens, is now going to be wearing the star on his helmet. This is a move that has fans absolutely buzzing, and for good reason. The Dallas Cowboys have just made one of the boldest, most unexpected moves in recent memory, and the impact could be huge not just for the team, but for the entire league. We're talking about an MVP-level player who's done everything in the NFL except win a Super Bowl. And now, he's headed to Dallas, where the pressure is on to finally break the decades-long drought and bring that elusive championship back to America's team. This is a moment that has everyone asking, what does this mean for the Cowboys, for Lamar, and for the future of the NFC? For years, the Cowboys have been just a few pieces away from being a legitimate Super Bowl contender. They've been able to win games, put up solid regular season numbers, and get to the playoffs, but when it comes to the big moments, the playoff games, the ones that matter, the team has often faltered. And let's be honest, a large part of that has been because of their quarterback play. Dak Prescott is a good quarterback, but is he the one to take the Cowboys to the next level? That's been the big question hanging over the franchise for some time now. Dak's had his moments of brilliance, and don't get me wrong, he's been a consistent leader for this team, but the Cowboys have needed someone who can elevate the offense and make the big-time plays in the most critical moments. Dak's struggles in the playoffs have left many wondering if the Cowboys would ever get back to the Super Bowl. Well, Jerry Jones in the Cowboys front office clearly decided that waiting around wasn't going to cut it anymore. That's where Lamar Jackson comes in. When Lamar Jackson became a free agent, there was a lot of speculation about where he would land. Teams around the league have been on the lookout for a quarterback who can not only win from the pocket but also dominate with his legs. Lamar has proven that he's one of the most electrifying playmakers the NFL has ever seen. When he's on, he's unstoppable. His combination of speed, vision, and agility is like nothing we've ever seen at the quarterback position. He's a one-man wrecking crew, capable of turning a broken play into a highlight reel touchdown. The question was always going to be, who's going to pull the trigger and bring Lamar Jackson to their team? Well, the Cowboys just made that move, and let's just say it's shaking things up in a big way. So, why did the Cowboys make this move? It's not like Dak Prescott is a bad quarterback. He's actually a really solid QB who can win games. But Lamar Jackson is a different animal. His ceiling is much higher, and that's something the Cowboys need if they want to finally break through and win a Super Bowl. Lamar brings an entirely new dynamic to the table. He's not just a pocket passer, he's a running back and quarterback all rolled into one. His legs change the game entirely. Defenders have to account for him every single play, and that opens up so many possibilities for an offense. The Dallas Cowboys have been known for their strong offensive line and their power running game with Tony Pollard, so adding a quarterback who can run the ball effectively just makes that offense even more dangerous. But it's not just the run game, it's Lamar's ability to make plays downfield. He can throw the deep ball, he can hit tight windows, and with receivers like CeeDee Lamb, you can bet that the passing game is going to take off to new heights. It's a scary thought for opposing defenses. You can't just drop back in coverage and hope Lamar stays in the pocket. You've got to account for him everywhere on the field. That's going to force defenses to rethink how they approach the Cowboys, and it's going to create a lot of mismatches. That's the type of advantage the Cowboys have been missing in the past few seasons. With a mobile quarterback like Lamar, you open up the field in ways that the traditional pocket passer just can't. Defenders can't just pin their ears back and rush the quarterback, because Lamar can escape the pressure and make a play with his legs. And when they do drop back into coverage, he's got the ability to find the open man. It's a nightmare for defensive coordinators, and that's exactly what the Cowboys needed. But let's take a moment to talk about what this means for Dak Prescott. This is a guy who has been the leader of the Cowboys for years. He's the face of the franchise, and he's had some incredible seasons. But let's be real here, Dak's playoff record has left a lot to be desired. He's been inconsistent in the postseason, and that's led many to question if he can ever take this team over the top. So, what happens when you bring in a player like Lamar Jackson? Well, it's clear that the Cowboys aren't necessarily moving on from Dak just yet, but this is going to put a lot of pressure on him. Dak is still under contract, but he now faces competition from a player who has a very different skill set. Lamar Jackson is one of the most electrifying athletes in the league, and his unique ability to create plays with his legs could very well give him the edge when it comes to game situations. However, Dak Prescott is no slouch, and you can bet that he's going to come out swinging. This could be the wake-up call Dak needs to elevate his game, especially knowing that the franchise is willing to make big moves to win a championship. For Cowboys fans, this is a moment of excitement and anticipation. You've got a young, exciting quarterback with a championship-level skill set, and you've got a team that's built to contend. Fans have been clamoring for the team to do something bold, and they've gotten their wish. The acquisition of Lamar Jackson is the type of move that could change the fortunes of the franchise for years to come. Fans are already pouring out their excitement on social media, with reactions ranging from pure joy to cautious optimism. Dallas is a city with some of the most passionate football fans in the world, and this move has absolutely lit up the fanbase. The Cowboys have had their fair share of ups and downs, but this move feels different. This feels like the start of something special. And while some fans may still have doubts about how Lamar Jackson will mesh with the Cowboys system, it's hard to ignore the possibilities. The Cowboys have a championship-caliber defense, a star receiver in CeeDee Lamb, and now one of the most dynamic quarterbacks the NFL has ever seen. The pieces are in place for a Super Bowl run, and it all starts with Lamar Jackson. His ability to make plays with both his arm and his legs could be the perfect complement to the Cowboys' already talented roster. It's an exciting time to be a Cowboys fan, and the energy surrounding the team is at an all-time high. So, what's next for the Cowboys? Well, it's clear that this is just the beginning. The front office is going to need to fine-tune the roster, and the coaching staff will need to adjust the offensive game plan to fit Lamar's skill set. But with a player like Lamar Jackson, the possibilities are endless. The Cowboys have a legitimate chance to make a deep playoff run, and they've got a quarterback who can take them all the way. It's all about finding that rhythm and building chemistry with the rest of the offense. But make no mistake about it, this is a move that signals the Cowboys are ready to do whatever it takes to win. In the end, the addition of Lamar Jackson is a game-changer for the Dallas Cowboys. Whether or not it leads to a Super Bowl, it's clear that this team is now in the conversation as one of the top contenders in the NFL. Lamar Jackson is going to make an immediate impact, and the Cowboys' offense will never be the same. The next few seasons are going to be a wild ride for Cowboys fans, and it's a ride that could end with the team hoisting the Lombardi Trophy once again. For now, all we can do is sit back, watch, and see how this incredible move plays out. But one thing is for sure, the Dallas Cowboys are back in the spotlight, and Lamar Jackson is the face of the franchise moving forward.